Hey everybody, Laura Price here, owner of The Good Body Personal Training. And in this video, we're going to talk about portion control, logging, and journaling. Okay, lots of fun, guys. All right, now remember, weight loss is dictated by calories in versus calories out, which we've already talked about. Okay, so with that in mind, have you noticed how portion sizes have increased incredibly? All right, go to any restaurant, and it is amazing the plate sizes that you get and the amount of food sitting on that plate. Okay, I always tell my boys when they order a small drink, okay, which is like that big, I always say to them, you know, that was a large when I was a kid. So it is crazy how big our portions have gotten. Okay, so did you know that studies have shown the bigger the portion, the more you eat, which makes sense. Okay, we have that you got to finish your plate kind of mindset, right, that we did with our parents told us when we were kids. So that is why in this lesson I want to teach you how to control your portion sizes, explain why you need to log your calorie consumption, and tell you how journaling your feelings regarding food can actually help you gain control over food. It's no secret that portion sizes and waistlines, for that matter, have extremely expanded in our nation, right? Okay, now we all know that depriving ourselves doesn't work. So what do? Well, everything can be enjoyed in moderation. It's okay. You just have to go back to eating the right size portions, okay? So here's a quick tip for you, right? If you're eating something that has a nutritional label, make sure you check to see how many servings are in that container. For example, if you pick up a bag of something and it says it's 310 servings per, 310 calories per serving, right? And you eat 4 servings, that's over 1,200 calories that you may not realize you're consuming, okay? So you always want to read the label. I picked up a box of organic crackers, right? They were gluten-free, it was almond flour. I was like, oh, these are so great. I look on the back and they're 150 calories for 4 crackers that are literally like that big, okay? And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, if I ate 2 handfuls of these, it would be, 700-800 calories. So you've got to watch your calories, okay? It really shouldn't come as a surprise that overeating is obvious, because our nation, you guys, we're obese, okay? So studies have shown that people underestimate their calories by 25%, which makes a huge difference in your weight. So that's why logging in and understanding portion sizes is so extremely important for your success. So how much and what should we eat, right? You may remember that the food pyramid that came out back in 1992, it was updated in 2005, and then it became the MyPlate website, which changed in 2011. So the MyPlate provides practical information to help consumers build healthier diets. I love that website. It basically focuses on, balancing calories and encourages you to choose healthier foods like fruits and vegetables, whole grains, low-fat dairy products, and seafood, right? So the website is ChooseMyPlate.com, okay? And you can find a variety of interactive tools that make it easy to get a personalized recommendation for your daily calorie level. It's really kind of cool, right? But weight loss doesn't happen if you don't have a good indicator of how much you are eating. For a while, all right, until you get a handle on things, you're going to have to get out your measuring cups and start measuring your serving sizes, okay? It may be a little bit of a headache at first, but in the long run, it'll help you with your weight loss, okay? Now, most of us repeat meals. For instance, breakfast. I drink the same smoothie every morning. It took a little bit of time for me to calculate the calories and get the right measurements, but once it's done, it's really easy. And now I just log in the same information every morning. So you put a little effort in, you'll be happy with the results. I guarantee it, okay? So controlling portions when dining out is probably going to be your hardest part. So I have a few suggestions for you. The first one is take half of your meal home. Have the waiter put the meal in a to-go box before he even serves you the other half, okay? That way you're not tempted to eat this gigantic portions that the restaurant is serving you, right? My husband and I, we each like to get a small starter salad, and then we share a main course, which is usually just perfect for us, right? A second tip is maybe you order an appetizer, because usually the appetizers are smaller in size, right? And that can really help you out, right? So finally, the other thing you can do is choose one or the other. For instance, if you're going to have a cocktail, then maybe you skip the dessert. But if your heart is set on that chocolate dessert, then maybe you skip the cocktail, right? But maybe it's your birthday and you want wine and you want chocolate. That's okay. It's just one meal, all right? And you can compensate eating the larger portions in one meal by eating fewer calories the rest of the day or maybe the next day. It happened. Get over it. No food guilt. Own it and forgive yourself, right? Piling on the guilt and shame will only trigger your brain to overindulge again, okay? And we're going to be talking about navigating these detours in another video, all right? But also remember, you can add in extra workouts, right? You can burn a few more calories by maybe working out a little bit longer that day and maybe even the next day to kind of compensate for the over calories that you ate, okay? So just remember, calories in versus calories out, right? So just so you know, studies have shown that dieters who log their food consumption are much more successful at weight loss and maintenance. And like I said earlier, once you get started, it really doesn't take that much time. So the only question remains now is, how do we log? All right, well, if you're a pen or paper person, I would check out Fitbook on Fitosophy, okay? It's a website, and it's a really handy little journal, I love it, where you can record all your diet and exercise. Another option is to download one of the many free templates that's on the internet, okay? And if you're creative, maybe you want to just make your own on your own computer. That's totally fine too. But if you're like me and you prefer to do it online with an app, then I strongly suggest you look at MyFitnessPal, Lose It, or My Net Diary, okay? All of these are free apps and they are fabulous for journaling your food consumption. And it can be a really valuable tool. And I mentioned before that these apps will also help you measure how many calories you need each day. You can log in your exercise, and it'll actually give you a few more calories to eat because you exercise, which that is also a bonus, okay? Now let's talk about comfort eating, okay? It's difficult to stop for any reason, and there's no doubt food can make you feel better immediately. Okay, but unfortunately, that feeling is only temporary. So the Journal of Human Nutrition and Dietetics found that 26% of unhealthy eating was due to feeling fed up, bored, or stressed. I was a stress eater. That's exactly what I did when I was in my corporate fitness job, okay? It was very stressful for me, and I was like 3 o'clock eating every chip in the house, okay? That was me, okay? It just goes to show why you eat is so much, is just as important as what you eat, okay? So when you eat mindlessly, like I was, you run the risk of finding yourself at the bottom of the potato chip bag. Hello, that was me, okay? So that's why it's important to take the time and write down what you're eating, how hungry you really are, where are you, and what are you doing? What were you thinking, and what's your overall mood? And how much or what did you eat, okay? If there is a tie between eating and emotions, then try to figure out ways to help or comfort that emotion need without resorting to food, all right? For example, maybe you text a friend. Maybe you pick up the phone. Maybe you exercise, which is a huge bonus. Maybe you read a book. Maybe you surf the web until the urge to eat passes. One of my tricks is I put in a piece of gum. I don't know why. It's just maybe because my mouth is moving and I've got something in my mouth. It really helps to pass that urge for me. All right, so that's just a trick I use. Okay, it's time to take action, guys. Practice eating slowly and mindfully with the right portion sizes. Start logging your food and beverages and complete the worksheets associated with this video. All right. Again, I cannot stress how important it is to control your portions. Okay. I will see you in the next video. You got this.